Hello, all you wonderful people. I am Sober Oni with G&A Reviews, and this is another G&A podcast. I am joined with my co-host.
The Drew we do, yo.
Yes, and we have another wonderful, great week of anime. Drew was just telling me how great this week of anime was himself.
It really was. Like, I actually don't know what I'm like. What my anime of the week is. Like, I think I do now. Like, now I had time. Like, I swam in that. I can't get my thoughts because this fucking rain is really obnoxious.
Oh, it's raining by you too. Okay, perfect. So
yeah, this is like very obnoxious, loud rain. But as I was trying to say, prior to making my decision, it was really tough for me. Like, because there's just like a lot of strong episodes this week.
There was. So let's get right into it, starting with one of the contenders, Overlord, Season 3, Episode 2.
Yes, this is just... I don't know how to, like, put this episode. It was good. For me, personally, it was a contender only because, like, it was a good episode. Like, that good Overlord quality. That's like, yes, this is a good episode because this anime is a good anime. But, there's just like so many other good anime.
True.
So it's like, you can't just be a good episode, at least for me.
You have to
for
be
this
great.
week.
You have to be perfect.
It has to be a great episode for me to consider it. So, and this wasn't a great episode by any means.
It was not as good as last week's legendary episode.
No, that was iconic.
Yeah. This one, though, I think did a decent job of setting up the new arc, which is obviously going to be in that human village, which I loved the callbacks. Like, oh yeah, the Goblin Village. I forgot about that. So I just like seeing the characters come back after so long. And I don't know, I just kind of got these weird... Like, I like the setup this time. Like, the lizard people thing in the second season... The way they introduced that arc was kind of like suspect to me, but now I'm just kind of like, I'm invested in this one. I want to see what's going to happen. I'm kind of curious about the goblins are bros. I like the goblins.
Yeah, they really are. Like they're like hysterical.
Yeah, the goblins are fun to watch. I like the I have a strange feeling about the girl.
Yes. Oh god, I can't wait for her to go batshit crazy.
Did she break a knife?
She didn't break it, but she dented it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, everyone dying, PTSD. Oh, chop.
I thought I was getting like, oh my god, is she psychic or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Where she like, I don't know why I didn't write that down. Where like she says duck, and then like, but it was obviously something supernatural happened.
Yeah.
She said it. So does she have mind control?
Major villain?
Oh god, she's the villain. That'd be great. Ugh.
I genuinely enjoyed this episode. I kind of hope they don't do the Lizard Man thing where it's going to be like, oh well, 90% of this arc is going to be about this girl and her goblins. I want like to show up.
It's important because at least this time around we know how it's relevant to the plot. This is Ainz' first village that he essentially owns.
Yeah.
Like outright.
That's what I'm expecting, that he's going to show up. Like, there's going to be some goblin issue, and they're going to be like, we need Ainz-sama to save us.
No, it's going to be snake and giant issue. Like, oh, these big forces are going to come. Ainz comes, puts them in their place, and keeps it moving.
Yeah. I also liked how Alchemist guy got to show off. He's actually... He did his thing.
Very useful.
Yeah, and fucking threw his poison on the monster. I'm like, oh,
threw his glue trap on him.
I'm like, oh, he did do something interesting.
Casted a spell, healed the little goblin kid who was going to die, mind you. Like they literally were about to leave him to die. They're like, oh, just fuck it.
Well, that part was actually funny to me.
It makes sense. He has to die, and then we escape. Like, well, sucks to be that kid, but that was the break. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? Like, the goblins lost points for that.
I don't know. I feel like they gained points with me for that, because they were about their mission. They were like, nah, nothing beats this mission.
Yeah, I don't know.
I did like... Did you get the feeling...
I think you're just saying that because it was an actual child.
Probably. Did you get the feeling that, what's her name does not like the kid, the other boy? The one that has a crush on her, alchemist guy.
Alchemist guy doesn't like.
No, that the girl that the alchemist likes doesn't like him back.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Like, she's just talking to him. It's like
I don't know why I'm focusing on her so much. I have this feeling like
this episode was very centered around her.
Yeah, but I get this feeling like there's something about her, like she secretly hates everyone, is filled with rage, and just
they already have that. They already have that one crazy bitch in the castle.
No, but she's a different kind of crazy bitch. She's like a yandere crazy bitch. I want I want this girl to just be hateful. Like, fuck everybody, fuck this village.
No, she's too mentally scarred by the fact that everyone got massacred. So I doubt they're gonna take her down that route.
Maybe. I don't know. This is unpredictable with Overlord, so.
Yeah, which is good.
Yes. So, speaking of unpredictability.
Okay, wouldn't go that far for this next anime, but.
We have Isekai Maou episode 3. This one was not a fan service episode. This was a legit plotty episode, yeah. Although there was a few upskirts and stuff like that. But other than that, it was very plotty.
Yeah. They start with the introduction of Emil, the foreigner, Nazi, Aryan idiot.
Oh, I was like, who the hell's Emil? I forgot about him already.
That's why I described him as the former Nazi Aryan idiot. In case I'm like one of those adjectives should click with you.
I was calling him dumb Gilgamesh.
Oh, dumb
like
Gilgamesh.
Incompetent Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is less intelligent, incompetent, like step-sibling or something.
Oh my god, that's like he's like the failed Gilgamesh clone. Like,
he is.
Like, you're slightly less attractive than he is, and you don't have any of his powers.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel, I don't give a shit about Gilgamesh, but I almost feel like we're insulting him by comparing the two.
Yeah.
Even though I can see it.
I didn't mind him though. He was like stupid, but I feel like he's gonna be. First off, I feel like he's gonna be relevant at some point. Like he's just gonna show up.
I was just really tired when I watched the episode, and I literally was just like, I don't care for this white man. Get him out of here.
I was like, I feel like he's just gonna show up. Like he's gonna be the stupid best friend character. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like he's just gonna be like he's gonna be the bro.
Yeah, I get. I feel like they're not gonna show him too much.
Just whenever there's like in between arcs or something, like, hey, we're chilling in the tavern.
It's gonna be like that guy from Konosuba who also fell into the game world.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So I can see that happening, and I don't mind because he's stupid, but he was fun. And that scene where I was gonna say where Diablo just punches him in the face was great.
Yeah, that was very great. I was like, yes, I'm here for this. So I still think Mage Association is guilty until proven innocent. I know that they're starting to seem a little more innocent, but I'm like, no, it's
all part of the plan.
Yeah, it's only episode.
It's funny because when we were watching it, I was like, oh no, Celeste is not bad because she's like, I'm starting to think less and less that she's bad. But I'm like, what if this is all? Because then I thought about maybe I'm overthinking it. She sent that mission to the Adventurers Guild, knowing probably that Rem wouldn't want to take it, and that the other two would, so that was like a clever way of separating Rem from Diablo, maybe, and then having Shinji Reject come in and turn into a demon or something was all part of her plan.
Exactly.
To get Rem killed.
How did he get the knife?
True. This next level fucking 4D chess over here.
I don't trust that bitch at all. Not one. There's a reason why she is not on the picture on any chart. She's fucking villain. Because she clearly would be the MILF type in the harem, but she's not part of the harem, but she's the enemy.
There's Ashera already takes up like the big boob slot in the harem. You can't have two of them.
Oh, but you can have the MILF. She's definitely the MILF.
She'd be on the bottom tier of the harem, though. Like, I feel like there's not enough attention to her design to make her compelling.
Yeah, because she's the villain. So yeah, these things called the Fallen start attacking. They apparently are just giant fucking monsters.
Yeah, giant like hentai anime monsters that just.
Yeah, that literally just made to like rape your harem.
Which,
So
by the way, why are they're like just attacking? I loved how Diablo's on the bridge. No one is supporting it. It's just Diablo and all
it's
these soldiers
just
watching.
and then they're all shooting him. He's shooting them like fish in a barrel. Like that makes about 30. I'm like, they all just literally
walking one at a time.
I'm just like, okay.
Can you just destroy the bridge?
Could just destroy the bridge, but too bad he doesn't have time to think about that because Kuro Alter attacks. Kuro Alter Lancer attacks.
I did like. First off, I like her design. Second off,
Yeah.
I like her
because it's like why did we make Kuro, but we made her like jungle
jungle
like,
edition.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, "That's great, genius."
I just like that she's like. Her speech is all broken and stuff, which is super cute because it sounds like she's struggling to speak. I don't know. I just find it adorable.
Yeah, that is the thing. Let's see. I guess there's good. It's a decent amount. Like they have good for fan servicey moments with Shara, with like literally just like the boob thing. Like she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, look at my cute fucking breast."
I feel like this
Yeah.
this is they're giving too much attention to Sharon. I need some more REM service, please. Like the last 2 episodes have been all Cheryl all the time. I need REM to start doing stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
I did like the cliffhanger-esque ending that we got.
A lot of cliffhangers this week. It's actually kind of annoying.
Yeah. And next
a
week,
little
next week is
gonna be
either
awesome.
gonna be awesome next week or a huge disappointment.
Yeah, but like, it's just really annoying. That's all.
I'm actually more interested in seeing what happens to Rem than I am to seeing what happens to Diablo. I'm assuming Diablo's just gonna be like explosion and fucking wreck her shit.
Yeah,
So,
basically. Or he's like, I can't hurt this lolly for stupid reason A through Z.
I'm gonna call this now. He's gonna do something to beat her very easily, and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, such a big, strong demon. I have to join his harem."
Yeah, I wouldn't deny that. This show thrives on its simplicity.
But that's why I love it.
Exactly.
All right.
Alright, let's move on to Chio-chan.
My episode of the week, Chio-chan, episode 3.
What?
I like this episode.
Wow. I am actually taken aback.
I really like this episode.
I mean, I also like this episode.
You know what? I'm actually going to say it shares an episode of the week with something else, but I really like this episode, so I have to just give it episode of the week.
I'm gonna assume it has something to do with the second half.
How did you know? Well, no, I liked all of it, but yeah, the second half was better.
Yeah, that at the end where she just outs the lesbian. Like, I'm like, why is a plot like a rank S plot twist? Like, I did not like. Were you the only one who was like surprised? Like I was surprised.
It's funny because I was kind of getting vibes of it. It's like one of those things where it's like I kind of because the way she was grabbing what's her name? What's her?
Yeah. Grabbed oh shit. Like
I remember her name specifically during the show. I'm like I don't remember her name. Yuki. There we go. The way she was it Yuki?
Yeah.
So,
I think so.
She was like caressing Yuki, and then when she tackled Manana, she kind of like went on a little bit too long. So I was like, but then I was just thinking like, oh, that's just me being me, reading too much into the situation, maybe. So I'm glad to see that was the actual case.
Like that was so great. And then when she's just holding on to the skirt, and she's like, "Who let go of the skirt? I'll rematch you right now."
I can't.
I can't let go of her butt. Fuck. It's my loss.
That was great. I don't want to underplay the first part though, because the first part had a very strong Hinamachi feel to it for me.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I think that's what engaged me in the episode. I'm like, oh my, and it was unexpected. Like I thought it was gonna snowball out of control. Like it was just gonna be a thing where it's like, oh, the misunderstanding is gonna keep growing. But instead, it was just like she told him the truth.
Yeah, she just told him the truth.
He got in on the act too.
And then he's like, "Oh well, I can't like ruin my street cred or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna play it out."
I hope we see more of him. I actually like the gangster guy.
Yeah, I still love like Chio and Manana talking to each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like even before the whole KABADDI, like the captain comes in, like I don't know, their back and forth would just seem so like
yeah, their dialogues are great. I think the problem with the first episode was that it was just Chio, so it was kind of like, but there was like no interesting cast to play off of, and now we have all the other interesting characters. Like even the captain, the KABADDI captain was great. I think she might develop into one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I hope they bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's on the cover, so I see.
Yeah, I assume she's gonna be a main character or like part of the cast. So
yeah, that was really this whole episode was just very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. It was very funny. I think a lot of the jokes were unexpected. Even even in the beginning dialogue where Chio's like practicing martial arts and then Manana just tries to grab her.
All of a sudden.
Like little things like that.
And then she's like, "Oh, now give me your password." And then she's like, "No, anything but that." Like that kind of dialogue, I find that so like
charming. It's nice.
Exactly, and it's what gives the series like character.
Mm-hmm. And I'm actually liking the concept that on the way to school, just a bunch of random shit always just happens. It's always on the way to school because I guess that's the concept of the show. But it's just funny to see how many situations can pop up.
Yes, it's a very good episode. I'm really happy I chose this show.
Yes, it's growing on me. All right, let's move on to Attack on Titan. The other episode of the week. Really?
Okay, let's flip mine too.
Okay. Episode 1, by the way, season 3. This was the funny thing is when it started out, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so boring." Not that it was so boring, but for Attack on Titan, on Titan, I was kind of like,
I was fine with it not having with that not doing a lot because I feel like it's just always doing a lot. So I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah, but this is the first episode. I want to be floored by the first episode. So when it comes out,
well, bitch.
Obviously at the end, shit fucking happened. But the first half was kind of like, it's alright. It was just kind of mundane, covering over, picking up from last time where we left off. A little bit of comedy here and there with the whole
exactly. Like with
housekeeping stuff.
The housekeeping with that girl. I hate that I have to learn all their names again.
Sasha?
Yes.
Sasha's great.
Okay, yeah, her name's Simple. Okay, so I guess that's
nothing.
Fine.
What are you stuffing in your bag? Nothing bread related.
Nothing bread related.
I love Sasha.
So I appreciate stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Krista is just like a ball of sad without Ymir. She's just like, fuck everything.
I kind of like that. Like, all right, so I'm conflicted about that because I like that from. Like, it makes sense for her character, and I'm glad that her character evolved, and I'm like, alright, this is good. This is good story progress and character development. But I kind of miss the old Krista. I liked her cheery, fun personality and how it, everyone else is a ball of depression. We don't need more depression.
Well, bring back her lesbian girlfriend. I don't know why I said lesbian girlfriend, that's a little redundant, but bring back her girlfriend. Lesbian girlfriend. Nothing to be with the other type of girlfriend that you got. Oh, well, to be fair, a girl saying that she has a,
girlfriend like her friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. So, yeah, I still stand by what I say. Lesbian girlfriend.
Lesbian girlfriend.
Oh, my God. Also, no, just before we move off of that, I love how, Aaron's, just going in. He's like, oh, your facade was fucking gross.
That was, almost made me throw up. I'm so glad that shit is done with.
You're no longer a dumb fake bitch. Jesus. Calm down, Aaron.
Aaron was not taking any shit.
Like, I know you went through some shit in season 2 as well, but girl, relax.
Mm-hmm. That was nice. The whole
the Eren experiment when they were like testing out his Titan form.
that was gross.
That was hysterical because they're like, oh my god, his face is falling off.
Quick, sketch his face, and then Mikasa's over there like, I'm gonna slit this bitch's throat.
Yeah, Mikasa once again is just like, oh
Yeah,
my god,
Eren
Eren got kidnapped again, trying to be even more scary and be all about Eren and protecting him. Like she's like, I would love to see a fight between her and Yuna from Future Diary.
I'm 100% sure Mikasa would win.
Yeah, me too. I still want to see it though. Like I want to see Yuna try to kill her. And
Judging by Mikasa's moves this episode, where she just like beat the shit out of a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, where she like fucks up 3 guys
Judo
all by
flip.
herself. That guy went for a gun. She like Spinzaku.
Yeah.
The shit out of him.
She's the new Suzaku, as far as I'm concerned.
But yeah, I'm literally just waiting for it to outrun bullets and. Oh gosh, I enjoy watching her fight.
Me too, and I like the whole Eren. Eren kidnapping is getting old. They got to stop using that as a plot device.
I think they knew that, and then
I know. I was gonna say, I'm glad it was kind of like a play on that, where it's like it was not really
Eren get kidnapped again. Poor Armin. Oh my god.
I felt horrible.
When they said it was Armin, I thought Armin was like the guy, and then I realized no. For some reason, I thought that was Sasha, and then I realized that was Armin. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this is awkward.
Why? Or is it Marco?
Was it Marco or John?
I think it's John. I think Marco's dead.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Marco. Yeah, John is like looking away because he doesn't want to watch Armin get like fucking like almost raped by this other dude.
And then Mikasa just comes back and reports it as like, oh, they're gonna see through his disguise soon.
Yeah,
they're gonna find out once they try to grab his dick.
Oh my god! And then he grabs the dick, and then he's like, "I'm okay with this," and then keeps going.
It's like he actually saw through the costume the whole time.
Just did not care.
Did not care.
He's like, a hole's a hole. I don't know. I think this episode was good in the fact that yes, it started off as like, you know, whatever, like we're just doing stuff and yada yada yada, but you know, once the priest was dead, which is like at least
that was
half
sudden
through.
too. I was not expecting him to die. Like I didn't realize it was him at first.
Oh, I totally saw it coming. I'm like, oh god.
I figured it would happen eventually, but not like this episode because they showed him.
Yeah, not so soon.
Mm-hmm. So that was weird.
Yeah,
Good,
and then
good
they're like, huh, the police killed him, and then it just gets nuts. They're like, oh my god, they're just coming after everyone. They're trying to cover this the fuck up. The whole government is just trying to cover it all up.
Which I like how it's not Titans that like. The Titans are a threat, but not right now. Now it's people. People are a threat right now.
Yeah, now people. It's very much turning into. Although I hope it doesn't stay this way, because this is one thing that I'm not like. I am, but I'm not a huge fan of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, the enemy very clearly shifts to like other humans.
Yeah.
It's like a very, very clear shift, and like. Not it doesn't just happen like, oh, the one time like, oh, you fight this big bad human dude and all his people and then we go on. No, it's like this one big bad human, we get a little bit of break. This other bigger, like, badder human.
The zombies are just like an afterthought. They're just there. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, there's also zombies.
And they're always just a constant threat that might kill us, but they're not the huge main bad guy.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't do that either. I don't think it will. I think it will just shift between I was gonna say zombies. Shift between Titans and humans, because there's already a bunch of Titans. Like we still have the, we still have the Colossal Titan in them, that plot line. We still have the plot
You
line
mean
with the...
Reinhardt?
Yeah, I forgot his name, so I just called him Colossal Titan.
I'm like, he's still a person. God.
No, he's a Titan now. And the hairy ape Titan. I don't think we have a name for him yet.
We don't.
So there we go, hairy ape Titan.
Yeah, big daddy.
So I'm guessing like the first half of this series.
Way too sexual. Never mind.
Big Daddy Titan.
You know what? We're gonna keep it. Yep, that's it.
Big Daddy Titan. Yes. I feel like the first. By the way, this is 24 episodes, so I feel like the first half is gonna be, maybe not the first half, maybe like the first third. I think it's gonna be 3 arcs, and the first arc is gonna be this human arc, and then we'll probably get back to the Titans.
It's like it goes all the way up to the fucking king. Like, you can't just deal with that in a whole arc.
No, I don't think it's gonna be like concluded. Like, I think they're gonna get to, well, the whole thing Levi's dealing with, which Kenny the Ripper or whatever his name.
Yeah, right.
Like
Kenny
that part will be solved.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
Which, by the way, the moment that Levi was landed on the roof and I saw he was talking to a cute girl whose name I didn't know, I was like, oh, they're all gonna die.
Oh yeah,
they're
I'm
all
like,
gonna fucking die.
Really
oh my
cute.
god.
Oh god, her poor face like literally was exploded.
I swear to God, showing a cute unnamed girl is the biggest flag on Attack on Titan. If you see a girl pop up on screen that's somewhat cute, she's gonna die within 5 minutes, and everyone around her is gonna die. So the moment I saw her, I'm like, some shit. I thought a Titan was gonna bust through the wall and kill them or something.
Yeah, just eat her. Like.
And instead, she just got her face blown off by like a shotgun thing.
Yeah, basically, like I don't even, and it was. I'm mad that it wasn't even just like one of him. It was like he has his whole fucking squad, and I'm like,
oh yeah, he's like an army.
Why?
For somebody who's like a myth, like, oh yeah, this is an urban legend. Actually, he's alive and he has an entire squad around.
Yeah, to kill people. It's like the fuck.
And he has movement gear and everything, so he must have like
movement gear. Yeah, exactly.
Like, he must have gotten it maintained somewhere, and he must have like fuel for it and shit. So cool.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense to me. I think he's being hooked up. He's getting a hookup from the government to like, hey, hunt these people down.
Probably.
But yeah.
Great episode.
No.
I like the. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with Kenny the Ripper.
Kenny the Ripper. All right, let's move on to Steins Gate.
Steins Gate 0.
Which is my other episode of the week.
Yes. This was a great episode. This was a great episode.
It literally like this. Oh my god! Like it was. This was this. This is what I needed when I needed it.
Yeah.
For some reason, it was just what I needed. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you really cannot predict this show at all.
It's funny because it was literally what I was thinking about this whole episode when as soon as it started. It was like, where's Suzuha? I mean, not where's KABADDI? And we found out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, when the last episode ended off with...
Yeah, with her going missing.
With her going missing. And I was like, this episode kind of just started off like... I thought we were going to do like a direct continuation from that.
Nope. And then, nope, months has passed.
Yeah. And then I was like, where's KABADDI? And then that's when the whole bathroom scene happened. I was like, oh, there's KABADDI.
I knew something was up the moment I heard Suzuha hum. I'm like,
yeah, I was like, that's nuts. I thought that was my Yuri for a second. I was like, is my Yuri in that bad?
Ever. I was like, Suzuha's not. She is never this happy unless Daru is there, which is another reason why this is my episode of the week. Suzuha and Daru are so like, I literally love them just a little bit more every time I see them together.
They have a great chemistry. Daru in general, I'm really liking a lot. I liked him in the season 1, but I'm remembering why I liked him so much.
Yeah, like I feel like he's gotten better now that he has Suzuha, like his daughter.
Mm-hmm. So
like the whole thing where he's like, "Oh, good luck with it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't have time to worry about that." And she's like, "Much not more." And like she actually acts all like cute, and she's like, "Itarasai, Papa," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's so cute because Suzuha's not like that with anyone.
Mm-hmm. And you
And
can
then,
tell, like, she really, really cares for Daru.
exactly, because when her and Kagadi started fighting, she said, "Fucking touch my dare you."
I dare you to
She's
fucking
like, "I
touch
will
my
kill."
dad.
She's like, "I will kill you."
I have a gun right here.
Like, I ain't playing around, bitch. I'm like, that's the right Suzuha. And her hair's all down and shit.
Mm-hmm. Her stomach was like split open.
Yeah, right.
I was half expecting like her guts to just pop out.
And then she's like, "I'm so good. Fuck him up. Fucking touch my dare you." Oh God.
Did this episode have Okabe in it at all? I don't remember seeing him.
No, that's a crazy part. He had such little involvement. Everything. It was.
Oh
mostly,
yeah, the hospital. That was it.
Yeah, it was mostly Suzuha, Daru, and Mayo, which is another great part. Her whole complex. They just go right into it, and
Mm-hmm.
they just like press upon that whole complex like relationship that she had, where she's like, you know, jealous of her genius, yet
Mm-hmm.
respects it, yet reveres it.
Yeah, and I like the way they kind of not wrapped it up, but made the logical conclusion for her, where it's like, I'm just gonna continue her mission. I'm not gonna like leech off of her research, but I'm gonna continue it for her sake. So, and I liked her conversation she had with Amadeus. So
Yeah, like it was just very.
it was a good way of adding to her character. Plus, she's super cute. The way she like woke up like in the morning and she was like dead eyed and everything.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, your eyes are bloodshot. I need sleep." That camera angle when she delivered that line was great.
Mm-hmm.
Because they usually don't use that kind of thing where like they have like that weird camera where like you see someone looking into something and they're moving their face. Like they
Yeah.
usually don't do that kind of camera motion in that anime. So it was very appropriate for that one scene.
It was, and I'm looking at so forward to seeing more Maho in Japan, even though she wasn't gone for that long.
She
I
really
guess.
wasn't. It was like 3 or 4 episodes maybe.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how long that is in universe time. It was like half a year or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because several months have passed, so
Yeah.
I don't know. This anime is really fucking good.
It is.
It is really good. I'm interested in learning how who brainwashed Kagari.
I think Suzuha was putting it together because she figured
Yeah,
out.
she was,
Yeah.
because she figured out what I think we talked about it earlier. Like something happened, like in the future.
Yeah.
Like some
Well,
shit happened in the
Mayuri was
future.
taking her to a doctor, so I'm thinking maybe she was brainwashed by that doctor,
Mhm.
and then when she was sent to the, so it must have been like a doctor maybe was working for CERN or something.
Yeah,
And
Mayuri didn't know probably.
Mhm. And then that's when she got sent to the past with Suzuha. And then something triggered her, and then I'm wondering if there was like an agent in the past
Exactly, that's
that
what I
the
was
doctor
thinking.
contacted, like, hey, there's gonna be this girl.
Did they make plans all the way since
Mm.
like the 70s or whatever?
Yeah.
And like yeah, just like the 70s, and like okay, this is gonna be a plan set in motion literally until like the future.
Yep.
Send her back to this time, and I don't know what to do or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
this person would have to known like would have to have been researching brainwashing for like a very long, like literally since that time.
Yeah. So that whoever it is like an expert on brainwashing and would have to know about time travel and have some connection to CERN or some future organization. So interesting. That's what I love about Steins Gate. The whole like mystery aspect is so good. Like it's great sci-fi and it's also like a good mystery on top of it.
Yes, agreed.
All right. Moving on, let's talk about Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 15.
Oh, sorry, episode 15. Didn't mean to cut you off. If I did, my bad. So this is, I feel this is more like a transition episode to like start the exams.
It was, but even for that, I think this was another example of an episode that was like mad to start, but then I think it got really good towards the end. Like once the exams started.
No. I still enjoyed this episode.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Like
I liked Eraser's waifu.
yeah, I like their chemistry together, where she literally just tries to make him laugh, and he's just like fuck off. Oh my god, I almost made this my episode of the week just because he throws the illest shade at the end. Like, the illest, like, oh my god, I was like,
wait, who?
oh, bitch, Eraser.
What did he say?
Like, when he's talking to Joke about...
About why he didn't tell anyone the,
Yeah, why he didn't tell anyone. He's like, not only UA, but he's like, oh, we're also at a disadvantage. You know, she also, not even that, but she also points out that, like, oh, you're at a disadvantage because everyone knows their quirks, like, their weaknesses and everything, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, well, we're going to be pro heroes. Everyone's going to know our powers anyways. And, like, and then he says, so I'm sorry, but we look a little further ahead than everyone else. I was like, oh my god, oh, bitch. Oh, you just got red for Phil. Oh, god, the shade, bitch. Oh my god, so that's such a good line. That was such a good line.
I think I might have to go back and rewatch.
Exactly, because the delivery was so subtle. See, everyone, that is what shade is. There was no big like panning on him, no super awesome crazy music like all of a sudden. No, as the music was going, as the moment was getting hyped up, he was like, sorry, but we look a little further ahead than everyone else. Like he just said it just like that. And that in itself is the art of throwing shade.
He is a master. I guess throwing shade is another one of his superpowers.
Yes, it's
another quirk of his.
That shady bitch. That was so good. That was so. Even now I taste it. That was so delicious. You need to see that scene again.
I need to go back and rewatch it after this.
Exactly, but see, and that's my point because it was so subtle. You didn't even pick up on it. My god, so good. I'm sorry, I just really had to get that
get it off your chest.
That literally alone almost made my episode of the week.
Other than that, I appreciated. I actually like the setup for the game.
Yeah,
for the elimination game.
It's a good game in the sense that it's like they make it seem like it's straightforward, but it's not. Like because there's so many ways you can beat this game. Like you can wait for other people to mark someone else like 2 times and beat them like for like and like land the final blow. I love how everyone's like targeting UA, even though that doesn't make any sense because like statistically, once you like if you're all just throwing balls randomly at this group of people, like how does that secure your chances of?
I guess it's to get them out first.
Yeah,
because they're probably the biggest threat. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I see that.
Although I guess they're not the biggest threat because they said the other guy was like a big threat who had the highest marks and all that shit.
Apparently stronger than freaking Todoroki.
Yeah.
Which fucking weird.
I wasn't a big fan of him. Like I think all the other new characters were interesting. Like the other dude who looked super generic but is kind of menacing at the same time.
Oh, you mean literally just other Deku?
Deku with like black hair.
Yeah, like literally just a taller black hair Deku.
I'm gonna call him Deku Alter.
Deku Alter, yes, okay.
He's Deku Alter. Looked. I actually like that concept though, where he's just like, "Oh guys, I'm so happy to be here," but he's like secretly like, "I'm gonna fucking wreck all you guys." Noobs.
Yeah, Baku was like, "Yeah, bitch, you ain't fooling me."
So, and I liked his hero outfit too. It's kind of dope. So. I like him. The other guy who's supposed to be like the strongest is just weird and eccentric, but I'm not really compelled to like his character just yet.
Yeah, like it was a bit much for first impression.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, well I want to see what your quirk is actually. Like is that weird? I'm just more interested in his quirk now.
I am interested in his quirk. I want to see if his quirk is just like Do we have somebody who steals other people's quirks yet?
You mean all for one?
No, just like besides that, yeah,
Like, I'm like, there we go.
Fine, he's all for one.
I don't think that's possible.
Damn, that was my idea. Oh well, there goes my theory.
Yeah, sorry.
Back to the drawing board.
It's probably like, I feel like it has to be like a strength-based quirk.
I feel like it's either maybe like strength or it's something like super vague. I don't know, like something vague where they can just do whatever they want with it.
Excuse me, this isn't this isn't Magical Girl Raising Project, okay? Where they all have like really weird abilities that can be twisted to make them super OP for no reason, alright?
Do we have a psychic yet? Maybe he's psychic.
Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna assume it has something to do with like strength or endurance, because he literally bashes his head to the floor and he's like, "What's wrong with blood? I like blood." And I'm like, okay, you fucking weirdo.
Fine, but it'd be so. I'm honestly gonna be disappointed if it is, because I feel like there's way too many of those types, the strength type superheroes, where it's like, I'm just really strong, or I can make myself stronger. It's lazy. It's easy to do that. Give me a more interesting power.
We'll see. I don't know. Boku no Hero Academia is one of those animes that, tends to surprise us.
Yeah. Although we did get to see Deku's new ultimate move in action.
A kick. Yeah.
A kick.
I'm gonna be a kicking person now instead of punching. I'm like, yay.
Well, at least they're sticking with it.
Yeah, I guess so. At the end of the manga / anime, he's gonna finish everything with a punch, right?
He is. He's gonna do like All Might's line and just, United States of Smash. I mean, kick. I hope he says United States of Kick or something, but he just punches the guy.
and then they're like, "That's not a kick." And then we've been watching Korewa Zombie the entire time.
It was actually a season 3 for Zombie Deska. Oh god! Seriously though, we need a season 3 for that. Get on that.
Yeah, do that, people. Right. Let's move on to
the last show of the
last
week.
One.
Persona 5, episode 16.
So it's all Futaba all the time. No need. Now you can finally stop bitching.
Yep, we got Futaba. Yay! They did Futaba's like entire palace in one episode. I guess, well, 2 episodes because we're gonna finish it off next week.
Are there like actual enemies in her palace?
There are. Her palace is really long and there's a lot of enemies. They just skipped over all of it, which is fine, I guess. There's nothing really major other than just grinding enemies. They didn't show them grinding for hours.
They're like, we need to finish 24 episodes.
Although what they could have done, which is, I don't think they did, but in Futaba's palace, one of the mechanics is like, well, one of the puzzles is you steal an orb from like a statue and you have to put it on another statue, but while you have the orb, it's like a bad luck orb, and then like bad shit just happens, like traps start getting triggered, stuff like that. So I don't know, they could work that in a bit, I guess. Would have been a nice thing to have, just to differentiate it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seemed very short to me. I like the actual design like a lot, because when she said it's gonna be like my tomb or crypt, I thought graveyard for some reason. Like I think most people would, but then it was like
Futaba went all out, made it a pyramid.
I know, that was really cool.
I love Shadow Futaba's like outfit. Like that's a really nice outfit.
Yeah.
The whole Egyptian theme.
Oh yes, giving me Nefertiti realness.
I don't know. There wasn't really much I had to say about this episode. It was just straightforward. I think it did it well because I wasn't.
Oh, the whole going to like her past. It's like you.
Like her past was alright. Like they did that part fine. They did the part just like going through her palace seemed pretty. It didn't feel rushed to me. Like I got it. It was fine. The pacing was alright, which was surprising considering, how lackadaisical they've been with the pacing. I thought that these types of episodes would feel super rushed, but no, felt pretty alright to me.
Well, Oni's okay with it, then I'm okay with it.
I'm looking forward to, well, I don't know. There's a thing with Persona 5. It's like, I am looking forward to next week, I guess. It just hasn't done anything to blow me away yet. It's just kind of, it falls within expectations.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get that twist that's different from the game soon.
I hope so as well. Like, yeah, I also agree. Like, I have nothing to say about this. Like, there's nothing much to say.
This wasn't your episode of the week, then?
Most definitely
It's not going to share a spotlight with Steins Gate.
Maybe next time.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
That'll be a very sad week in anime. Guys, Persona 5 is the episode of the week because everything else literally did not air.
Right? It's the only anime that didn't skip Golden Week.
Anyway, if you guys want to, Drew, do the outro. Because I just stepped all over my words.
Okay, then. If you guys like this episode, by all means, like, comment, subscribe. Like us, follow us on Twitter. Check out our, I was about to say Twitch. Our Discord is Diggity Dope. And check out our Twitch, because after all, it is just Twitch. If you feel so inclined, by all means, consider joining our Patreon, becoming a member, and taking advantage of our beautiful, super sexy services. Like all these people that you see on the screen.
Legal services. Just want to point that out. They're not illegal.
But they're still sexy. And Oni, now that your tongue is no longer tied, do you have anything else to say?
We will be watching. We're doing a live watch of the Heaven's Feel movie this Friday. For real. We're doing a live watch of Heaven's Feel this Friday, July 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So,
guys.
If you want to be a part of that, consider donating, again, like you said, to our Patreon. Only costs $1, or being a YouTube sponsor. You really want to help us out and support us, and you can join us for that live watch. I haven't seen Heaven's Feel yet. Drew hasn't seen Heaven's Feel yet, so it's going to be fun. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Well, special thanks to, us, because we're awesome.
Thanks, us.
Yeah, we went to all this trouble of watching all this anime that we love and talking about stuff like we would do normally if this wasn't a podcast. So yeah, way to go, us. And with that, we are going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Once again, this has been Do and
Soroni.
And we'll see you guys later. Until next time, bye.
Later.